Hello YouTube, this is Nardath here with a Balisong review. This is the Nathan Dewey Proto titanium pinned sandwich belly. It's actually made out of 3 layers of titanium, 3 slabs, and the middle one goes all the way up to the close to the pivots, and all the way down to act kind of like a block spacer, and they're all pinned and sanded down. You can kind of tell, like, it's different materials. I'm assuming he's using steel pins. I'm not quite sure. Again, this is a proto, but the pattern goes like a 42, so 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. But the first one and the last one and the skipping one, it's where the pins are hidden and keep the slabs together. So it actually makes for a pretty solid handle. There's no movement. It really feels solid. There's one pin there, 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 and it really keeps the belly handle really nice and solid. Really feels like a channel style belly. I think it was called the Channel Witch. I think has been dubbed by some, and I think if you look at the specs, it's very much like a 42, the actual size and length and stuff. I can bring it up here. I got my 42 in comparison, and slightly shorter, I guess. Look at that. I thought it was just the same, but if you look at it, I don't know if you can see it on camera. So only slightly smaller, and compared to the Alpha Beast, which I won't be able to do it because I'm standing up, but it's obviously shorter. Blade, it's a Weehawk. I accidentally bent the tip, and that's a little bit too bad, but that's my fault. It's operator error. Maybe something, I don't know, something with the heat treating that could potentially solve this, because it's actually bent. Like, it's not even snapped. Like, it's gonna snap off very shortly. This is actually Son of the Bong's knife now, and he plans to flip this knife like a beater. And I was told when I was flipping this knife that it was going to be a beater itself, so I was told to flip it with no reservation, and I did, and it flips great. T-latch, I think he said it was I think he said temporarily that this is going to change, but it's I think it's a belly kit T-latch, and honestly, he never got in the way. I'm not usually ever since I got the Alpha Beast, T-latches I don't really mind them. They're not in the way very often. And oh, another thing, this is they're bushings inside, and the top. I guess he made the tolerances really tight, and actually uses no washers, which is pretty amazing. And I only put a drop of oil when I got it, and I haven't since. And still, it's been pretty good. Squeaky wise, it's not squeaky at all. It's really smooth. It's one of the smoothest bellies I've ever flipped, and even now the blade play or the handle play is not very much for me. That's not very much for me, but because they're not tight. I haven't tightened these in a long time, and other than that, it's got Zen pins obviously, and I find it's a nice close, nice open. The action is really good, right? The handles don't cling. The handles don't feel like they're too much of an angle. Flipping wise, it's great. I love it. It flips like a slightly well balanced, like a slightly better balanced 42. And me being a big fan of the 42 balance, which is kind of neutral, is what I call it. It really responds well to my movements, and it's easier to do rollovers than with the 42, and it's really comfortable. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's called chamfered. I think he's chamfered. Like the handles just is not really squared. Slightly beveled on the edges here, like only slightly, like less than the Alpha Beast. Like the Alpha Beast is pretty flagrant, like, you know, but this one here is very, very small, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Like this edge is maybe smaller, maybe 32. I'm not sure. I don't really measure that shit, but it's really comfortable. It makes for a really comfy flip. The tang error is actually pretty interesting too. There's the two sides, like he chamfered the crown or the spine of the blade, and he chamfered it all the way down to the actual tang area. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it actually chamfered all the way down here. So all this is nice and comfortable, like there's no rough edges at all. And on the blade side, he didn't do it. It's still it's right hard, like not a. It's cut like a right angle, and and then it's the blade. I don't know what to call that, the choil or whatever. And the blade doesn't come up. Doesn't start for a good maybe inch, maybe a little bit less than an inch. So, you know, kind of makes it slightly safer when in the chaplain position. You can't really get cut. So the accidental cuts when you make, you know, this motion when you're coming back from a Zen rollover, it's protected. It's really geared to be a flipper. One thing that actually my wife noticed is that the holes are all parallel, but the handles kind of slightly go from big to, you know, small to big, like bevel out, but the holes are parallel. So the holes in here on the bottom of the handle are full and they're counter sunk, but the ones up top, the counter sink is kind of stopped because, you know, the handle's not as wide. So the top ones are they're kind of, but I mean that goes with the because you know, they're in parallel, and the ones on the inside of the handles are fine. They don't get really affected by but these ones especially are the countersink. But that's all, to me, that's all aesthetics. And when I look at a knife, I look at how it flips and how comfortable it is and how it's balanced. And, you know, I don't really look at aesthetics per se. You know, that I'm not a fan of Anno and other stuff, but if it flips well and especially if you react well in the air, which I find this knife is a great aerialist, it makes for a good flip. And I think they're going to be selling these. I think he's got an agreement with Blade HQ to sell these at a rate of 1 per month, and it's going to be in a $300-400 range. I'm not quite sure. I don't even know if it's official or whatnot. I don't really know the details, but this is just his prototype. I'm not sure if it's going to be a latch model that's going to go on Blade HQ. I think he's not putting a latch at all. I think it's going to be latchless, but hopefully he'll come up with a different. Like, I think this is just a regular one that you get at knifekits.com or something. But this personal opinions, this is a great, just fun knife to flip. Balance is spot on in my books. It's just really fun knife to flip. Son of the Bong is going to have it next. I think he's going to make a little bit of a video with it. He's not too worried about the tip. Nathan Dewey does have a warranty service. He did offer to send over to get it fixed, but complications with borders makes it more complicated. But again, thanks for Nathan Dewey to let me flip. He's really great. He's a really great guy, and he started from scratch, you know, with the basic skills of making knives, and now he's making something that I can consider one of the best flippers I've ever flipped and have ever my hands on. So he's come a long ways, and great props on, you know, for him. And geez, what am I doing? Anyways, son of the bong, sorry for making you wait. This knife is really fun to flip, and you're gonna have loads of good times flipping it. And for anyone else who's considered buying one, it's got my approval. It's really nice, fun knife to flip. I'm gonna be sad to see it go, but that's it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please, if you want to contact Nathan Dewey, I'm gonna let him I'm gonna leave you his YouTube account. I'm sure you can contact him via YouTube, or he's on the Jersey Devil a lot if you want to contact him there. Alright, thanks for watching. See you around for more videos.